Cancer, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so very much. I appreciate you for returning. If you're brand new to the channel or just cross-watching, I am JT. We're going to do general reading only. And like I always tell everybody, sometimes the cards line up with people, things in their life or for instances and things like that. But, just take what applies and leave the rest for someone else, okay? Don't hate the reader. I'm going to try to give you the best interpretation of the cards that I can, okay? Um, I was going to let you know also, I've been starting the haiku poems now. Um, I hope you've enjoyed them. If you have, let me know in the comments. But I leave those, or I'll start those right before you're reading. Okay, it just kind of helps to set the mood. Anyway, we're going to shuffle up and we'll get started. All right, Cancer. I hope everything is going well for you. I hope for you, money, health, stability. You know, I reciprocating relationships, love, finding that soulmate, that twin flame journey that can be kind of rough and tough. Hopefully we'll have some messages about all those different types of things, okay? I've already pre-shuffled, but for transparency's sake, I want you to see here. I'm going to lay out these cards and then we'll go over them. Okay. My camera will clear up here, I'm sure. Yep. All right, present energy, crossing, challenge, foundation, recent past. I'll go over each one of these and I'll show you the cards up close. The recent past, possibilities, the near future, the self, the environment, the hopes, fears, wishes, or worries, the outcome, and the direction. This looks like it's going to be a pretty damn good read. Cancer, give me just a minute. I'm going to check out these cards and I have your new poems ready, okay? Okay, Cancer, taking a look at your cards, and I feel as though you might be fighting between two different partners here. I don't know, maybe a soulmate connection or something like that. We're going to get into the reading, though. If you're down with this, stick around, okay? It's going to get good and juicy. Let's talk about this present energy right here. We got the Hanged Man in the present energy. This is telling me it's like, you know, this part isn't bad, but it might hit kind of close to home for you, okay? This is like the suspended moment in your life. You're not stuck. You're just on pause, okay? Someone's energy around you feels like the wait and see, okay? Uh, and it speaks of this delayed gratification. I'm looking through this hand and I've got a King of Cups and I've got a King of Wands, Two of Cups, Three of Cups. Holy shit. That's all I can say. I told you it's going to get juicy. It's going to get maybe a little uncomfortable at a moment here, but I feel like this is emotional limbo, okay? And there's someone that's watching you more than they're speaking to you right at the moment, okay? So how this kind of plays out is like, someone's checking out your social media, right? And not reaching out to you. But this is the typing, deleting the messages because this is masculine energy here. Um, they don't know what version of themselves to show you. You've got them so fucked up in the head. Pardon my language, but that's just the way this energy is rolling out here, okay? It's actually kind of funny. I just feel like there's somebody here who's got a couple of uh, a couple of males here. I'm just going to go ahead and call the gender. I don't normally do that, but I feel like there is a glow up, blow up situation. There is a female here, um, that is kind of like waiting for a sign and pretending like she's totally fine in this situation. Okay, it's the situationship in the holding pattern. Okay, but it's not over. There's someone reconsidering like their choices. Okay, especially if they chose like someone else. Okay, and I feel like that's might be the situation you're in. It's like you feel like you're on pause romantically, but spiritually things might be kind of just like rearranging in your life. This hanged man really kind of shows me that I don't know. It's got the pending approval, okay, or opportunity is just kind of pending here. You're not repeating the past, but I don't know. This could talk about also things like money that's feeling really delayed or something like that, a payout, a raise, or an opportunity or something, that's kind of been on hold, or maybe that's you've kind of taken some time to pause and think about. But this is definitely about a relationship. It could very well steer into soulmate slash maybe like bordering like this twin flame if you resonate with that kind of situation. Cool, but if you don't, no big deal. But I'm talking about a karmic lesson here that's definitely being rewritten. So, it's not repeating your past. You could be seeing synchronicities like, 11, 11, 12, 12. I don't know. For some reason, like, you know, uh, songs about water. Okay. Songs from like 2019, 2021, going back. I mean, this has got that, I don't know. It's got hesitant, watching from a distance, patient kind of energy. Okay. And it's all about the timing here. So, Um, I'm feeling like this is like on the cusp, already passed. I mean, like yesterday. For somebody that could apply. Okay, we're going to move on now, but I need you to understand. We're going to do kind of a soft little landing. All right, I'm going to be gentle. Okay, but it's not a threat. Okay, the challenge here is confidence. It's competition, and someone who knows they are desired. Right, and I think that's you. Um, this is you stepping into your power. Okay, this I don't know. Maybe there's a third party energy also here, but I feel like it's a feminine energy who's kind of like used to getting attention here. This is the kind of confidence that has definite fire signs, okay, or fire sign vibes. That's watching you, that has this competition situation going on. But this is you're attractive, you're magnetic, okay, and very visible. And someone is so intimidated in this situation, okay. They're torn between like comfort and chemistry here. Okay, this could be someone like posting up some real hot thirst traps, just to try to get your reaction. So there's definite fire in this energy here. Okay, it's it's someone nervous that maybe you're going to outgrow them. Okay, so this we could be talking about like a coworker or a friend, or that might be secretly competing with you, but this is you. You're not shrinking in front of other people anymore. Okay, someone from your particular person that you might be interested might be trying to re-enter. That might be part of that jealousy part, but I don't know. I mean, it's just take what applies for you here. So, as far as synchronicities are concerned, we're talking about maybe somebody is about to get a little kitty or something like that. I don't know, a little buddy, right? You could be into sunflowers, or planting or gardens or something like that. But seeing sunflowers, maybe like fire emojis, in one of your next texts, or whatever. But I don't know, something about red type clothing. Maybe somebody just purchased like a red skirt or something. I don't know. Take what applies here. But as far as the masculine and the feminine energy, this feminine is fiery, bold. This is seduction. Okay, it's got seduction written all over it. But as far as the masculine energy is concerned, we're talking about they're being drawn in, but they're being very, very cautious at this point. Okay, and so as far as like timing is concerned, this is going to be I think this is going to be hitting around like maybe the 1st of July, maybe towards the half of August, something like that. There's definitely there might be a Leo energy involved in this situation here. Doesn't have to apply, but it could be. So, reason I say because in your foundation card we have strength. You know, the sign of Leo here. Excuse me, I am still dealing with allergies. It is terrible right now. All right, so this part this part of the reading, it's tender, okay? It's about your heart's resilience. You know, we're talking about, the quiet courage that you've had to build, over years. Building that confidence, self-control, emotional maturity. It's choosing love, without, losing yourself in it. Totally, okay? And that's commendable. It's a hard thing to do. You've learned a lot about not chasing, and I feel like someone is definitely feeling that shift in your energy. Okay. In fact, I know it is because we're getting around to the cards and I'll let you know that. But this is a masculine who admires the hell out of your emotional strength. Okay. More than what they're letting on. Right. Um, this is a healing of a pattern of like over giving. We could be talking about someone who sees you as the one who got away here. Okay. Because, of your resilience, you didn't break. This is becoming way more selective with who gets, the access to you in this situation. Okay. There's no more impulsive texting. There's, um, there might be chances of where like your money is going to stabilize here. Okay. Because this is I'm making way more wiser choices. So I feel like there's definitely something around your money situation here. You could be seeing infinity symbols. Somebody may have an infinity tattoo. I've been picking up on tattoos lately. I'm not sure if that's just in the air. I guess, maybe moving into springtime, it's got everybody like, just ready for a change, ready for, they've been in a dormant stage or something like that. But, maybe somebody's like doing some tribal art or something like that. And the figure eight is part of that symbol. And it doesn't have to apply, but it could. Okay. Okay. So as far as the energies are concerned in that, we're talking about the feminine energy, which has got that soft but powerful. And the masculine is very protective. It's got that, I'm watching you with admiration, right? So I don't know. This situation with this masculine, this energy, it could have started around, like late 2023 up until now, But I feel like whatever it is you're doing, whether that's relationship or the finances or something, but I think you started around 2023, 2025. Just take what fits here, but I'm kind of getting that energy, okay? All right, now we're looking at the recent past and we've got the Four of Swords here. All right. This part might feel pretty familiar to you here. All right. But what I'm getting at, it's healing energy. Okay. It's not heartbreak. This is the pulling back, resting. It's emotional recovery. This is the, it definitely got that someone ghosting, or went quiet, so to think supposedly, whatever. But you took a break from all this, the dating, the apps, the just everything, probably just took a social media crash out, right? And so this feminine stopped initiating, right? Because there's no appreciation in it. Okay, this is I'm unfollowing, I'm muting, everything to just protect your peace here. Okay, this could be like that, situationship I mentioned that just hit pause. Someone might be dreaming about you more than than the spoken word here. So maybe your money situation, like I said, there was that 2023, 2025, but maybe something about your money may have slowed down there. Didn't stop, but maybe just kind of slowed. Maybe you did some, some Bitcoin or some kind of investment, something like that, but it kind of slowed there. As far as synchronicities, dreams, somebody could be dreaming about feathers here. Um, we're talking about quiet mornings, maybe like the number 444. Just take what fits. But as far as the masculine energy, it's got retreat all over it. And as far as feminine energy, definitely it's that resting, that observing, kind of energy. All right, so we're going to move on now into the possibilities. And here again, here's that energy again. It's that, it's sweet. It's someone's heart that's opening, more than you expect. Okay, this is that deeply emotional masculine energy that's stepping forward. You know, it's someone who feels way more than what they say, but their intentions are so pure. So I was trying to say, I kind of feel I can't even. I just gotta wait on that part. Yeah, definitely a person. Maybe it's got like blue or hazel eyes. It's got that confessive, a real soft energy here. So, um, someone finally expressing, how long they've been holding on to the thoughts of you here. It's a relationship becoming emotionally stable. A masculine that might be choosing you, throughout this third party situation. Someone who wants to build something long term here. You could be attracting in like a water sign. So we could be talking about like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in that situation. But this is the vulnerable text. This is the masculine who wants to protect you emotionally, who listens. Who's got that open ear, the shoulder. So it's definitely receiving emotional validation that you have been waiting for, and possibly for years. Okay, the real deal. As far as synchronicities are concerned, it could be imagery of like I don't know, like rain, maybe love songs. The numbers, like 222, or angel numbers, 212, things like that. Okay. Um, the masculine energy is definitely emotional, romantic, and built around loyal and trustworthy. Okay. The feminine energy is receptive and definitely intuitive here. Okay. So I feel like this energy is kind of speaking out to like Cancer or maybe Scorpio season. So like, maybe the end of June through like the later part of July, and if we're talking about maybe Scorpio season here, so October, the later part of October through the latter part of November, something like that. Those are just dates. They can be specific to somebody in particular here. So just take what fits, but something around those dates right there. Okay. Now we're talking about the near future, right? And once again, this is just like it's just got holy shit on it for me. This is bold, but in a good way. It's like someone is stepping up. Okay, this is a passionate, confident, ready to take action. Okay, this could be that relationship that has just kind of moved from the emotional for somebody. It moved already out of that, and now it's just going straight, straight to in the covers. I'm sorry, but it's got fire written all over it. We got the King of Cups now, the King of Wands. So it's like, oh, somebody get a room already, right? But I'm talking about someone who's, maybe gets jealous and then finally claims you. It's got that I'm not going to wait anymore. I've told you how I felt. I'm pushing forward. We're definitely talking about fire sign here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Making a move. Okay. Um, Someone wants to make you public. This has got, that I'm protective. I'm the lion here, and I'm going to protect. This is my tribe. This is my cub, whatever. So, you know, and he sees others interested in you, so that protective energy comes out, right? You know, this is definitely where that third party gets pushed out. This could be the friend group, to start to get jealous because you're spending a little more time here, or you've taken an interest and there's that jealous party involved, right? Like, they had their eyes on them first, or I'm the one that introduced you, and blah blah blah, that bullshit. But what I'm getting is like, it's the feeling desired, pursued, and chosen energy here. Okay, definitely fire synchronicities. Somebody could be seeing like red cars. Maybe you just purchased a red car, or this person that you're interested in has a red car. For some reason, I'm getting red. You could be seeing the numbers like 111 here. Okay, which in the Kabbalic storyline for numbers or numerology, it's definitely the beginning. So there's something happening here. Okay, masculine. Feminine energy, it's masculine's fiery, determined. That's all there is to it. And in the feminine position, it's magnetic, irresistible. And I feel like this is something between 6 to 8 weeks here. Um, I don't know. We're talking about maybe almost into April. Could be April, maybe the middle part of May, something like that. I don't know. Just take what fits with you. Okay. All right. Moving on. The Chariot. It's you. It's you. What else to say? This is the self. That's it. It's how you're showing up. This part is empowering. Okay, I'm stepping into my main character area. This is traveling more. This is becoming more confident in love, attracting the higher quality partner. Okay, and I feel like it is that King of Wands, King of Cups energy. Definitely, it's taking control of your finances. Manifesting things faster. Uh, this has got manifesting love, money, everything in it. It's literally you're glowing, okay, and like leveling up in ways that people they can't keep up with you. Okay, so take what applies here. Sometimes I kind of put the boost on for people, and sometimes that may not be your energy. But what I'm saying is this could also be this could be in the self, like this is how I see myself. Okay, so it's part of that manifestation, right? But you're literally literally leveling up, and people want to be a part of that. It's very attractive. Okay, as far as synchronicities are concerned, like I said, I mentioned before, like cars, something about maybe like the number 777. Somebody could just hit the damn lottery. All right, moving on. That could have helped you to, move on, to get an apartment, or, you know, help purchase, a down payment on a house or something like that, or a car, something like that. But as far as the feminine, excuse me, as far as the feminine energy is concerned, it's definitely got empowered, and the masculine energy is motivation, to match your pace here. Okay. um I feel like this is the year for you. This is 2026. This is your theme. You do represent the chariot in the major arcana here. Okay. And so I feel like anytime that's going to show up for you like that, it's speaking about you, right? This is your year. This is where the wish fulfilled comes. Okay. All right, we're going to move on now into the Ace of Swords. So this part, it's the sharp ass truth. Okay. It's the truth you finally, it's the truth you've been waiting on. It's the long text explanation for everything that starts that romance, that moves into that fire passion. It's the third party who's exposed for the jealousy, the bullshit, getting in the middle of this, whether that's family or friends or whatever it is. But this is you learning that someone, not only has been watching your social media, but they're admitting that they were jealous. They're admitting that they were insecure. So it's the full Monty here, right? It's the total package of truth and clarity coming through. It could also represent like a contract, or an opportunity. Like I said before, it could have been like a job promotion or something like that earlier. But this is I've cut someone off toxic out of my life, and now the opportunities are definitely coming through here. It's because you've removed that. So as far as like synchronicities are concerned, we're talking about like the number 1010, which talks about like the world card, for instance. It's the renewal. It's a brand new cycle. Everything is coming clear. So it's honest, clear minded, that type of situation. Okay, we're talking about like from days to just a few weeks here for this clarity. That's what I'm getting in this card. All right, we're moving on now into the hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. So this part is tender, very tender. It's about love. Okay, it's the you want love and you also fear at the same time. You fear of losing it. It's I want the real connection. I want mutual balanced soul level energy. That's it. Hoping that someone's going to definitely choose you fully here. Okay. I'm afraid of repeating past heartbreak. So it's declaring that emotional safety. Okay. The soulmate, not the placeholder, someone that feels like home, and it tells me that you're definitely afraid of that, afraid of that misreading of connection here, the reciprocity, the timing and everything. But here's the thing, both of those energies, they want this connection. Okay, whether this is two people, two masculine on the you know on the cutting edge that you're looking for here, or whether it's one, it doesn't matter. Your heart's going to definitely know, it's going to decide. But I feel like you're mirroring that same aspect with whomever it is that you end up choosing here. This is I want the same as you. Okay, and both energies, they want union. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the outcome here. And this is amazing. You graduate from the 2 to the 3. I'm telling you, there's more holy shit involved here. I mean no disrespect in that. It's beautiful to see it like this, okay? It's ending the year with celebration, something real. This is union. This is reconciliation. This is soulmates coming together here, okay? And we don't normally see that. You don't have to see the Lover's card to represent a union, okay? This is a relationship that's becoming official. Here's the toast right here, right? This is the sisterhood coming together. This is a celebration. This is the proposal, the commitment, the conversation, the announcement, okay? The celebration, whether that's of a new job or the new money or this soulmate, returning, okay? The third party is removed here. You know, not celebrating when you're in the middle of a third party situation, right? It's completely the opposite. We're talking about reconnecting with friends again, reconnecting emotionally with support this time. So as far as synchronicities are concerned, we're talking about 333. You know, the harmony, the masculine energy and the feminine both is a mirrored situation. It's harmonious, it's joyful, it's connected. Okay, I'm serious. This is an amazing read here. Okay, Cancer. I feel like this is the year where all of the dust fades, the fog moves back, clarity opens up, reunion energy comes in. You know what I mean? And someone's finally choosing that and honoring that confidence about you. Okay, this is steamy chemistry taking place, right? Real life. Okay, the third party shit over with, jealousy over with. You're seeing synchronicities around this, and the truth that someone's been holding back. Okay, so I definitely feel like this is like one of those. I love readings like this. I don't ever change the cards. When I shuffle them, I read them, okay? Whether they're not so good or whether they're just beautiful. This is one of those beautiful ones, and I can totally respect it. You know what I mean? Cancer, I hope you got something from it. I hope it was confirmation. I hope it brought your heart peace, like it does mine. Even when I do the readings, I'm telling you, it just feels good to see something like this. So, if it was confirmation, would you give it a thumbs up? Just let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? Anyway, I I'm going to leave it with you here. Good luck with this. It's beautiful. Anyway, I hope I get to see you on the next readings. Okay. All right. Bye bye.